was sitting outside, and it's in its high 20s, warm. Yet there's this wind that's so fresh. And I found that as I was just in stillness, as I closed my eyes, I found myself sinking deep into my breath and into the self. And the only thing that could be felt was the peace within me. The recognition of the elements that are happening around me, but knowing that this is not where I reside. That I am a child of God. I am not of this world. And so when I close my eyes and I step into stillness and I listen to it, it's literally this, there's no words. I have no words to describe the love that we are and that God is. God is. Period. No judgments of the mind, no previous beliefs of the mind. We don't know anything in this limited mind. But then through pure experience, beyond the thinking mind, we can remember. It's literally just an overwhelming feeling of grace and gratitude. And it's such a bigness, it's such an infiniteness that it's like it cannot be contained. It's like this vibration in the body, in the hands. And yet knowing that I'm not this body, I am free. I do not reside within this body. This body is a character in the dream that I'm dreaming. And I'm trading the thoughts that I accepted in this world around me and what I believe to be true and what I learned to be true about myself and my reality. And to let all of them go. Not separate parts. Everything that I think that I know and think that I want and think that I have a goal towards. Our only goal must be to know ourselves. And then to drop the seeking. Because we already are. And literally give ourselves permission to call out to the universe, to God, to the angels, to the whatever it is, I have no idea, but there must be something. It doesn't matter how the words are spoken, or what you think you've done before. You are completely forgiven. You've done nothing wrong. This world of form is a dream we are dreaming in the minds of God's children. We are His children. And we have simply forgotten our reality. And we've accepted ourselves as being this body as being our reality. And forgetting our infinite nature as souls, limitless creators. And that means we must drop the half of the self that we've believed to be who we are, or what ego is, and accepted it is as what we are. and realize that we are nothing but whole, healed, and perfect already, and this awareness can dawn on our mind, and it's neither good nor bad. There are no words to explain it, because it simply is. It's not a part of this duality, it's not a part of this world, and therefore it can't be put into a box of what we think we know or what anybody else can teach us. It's only pure experience. And then once we've had this experience and we've seen behind the veil, is when we can carry this awareness with us and always step back into stillness, always step back into the questioning the inner world. We are not our thoughts, we are not anything we believe, we're not anything we think that we know. And I'm truly being able to experience this in my everyday life. I'm getting conviction when I have these experiences in my mind. Like I'm explaining here is to the best of my ability through word. But this weekend, right, I've had the chance to spend it with my family. It's been Father's Day. And I also came home for the weekend. I spent it at my dad's place. And my dad's in the process of moving back in with my mother after being divorced for 13 years. And so this transition is interesting, because through this transition, I've had conversations with my family where I've chosen not to join with their illusions anymore. I have chosen not to join with the insanity of the ego mind anymore, because that is the mind that is responsible for the cycles and the habits that we live continually. And these cycles have gotten to the point where they've become quite blunt in our face, and we really must make a decision. Am I going to repeat the past, or am I going to choose anew? And my parents are having the opportunity to come together and learn through relationships. I found out this weekend that they both agree that they are here to truly forgive themselves, forgive each other, and live a life of true love. They don't really know what that means yet, but they're on their path to learning. And they have the chance to learn that together. And I know it is my part to see them as they are, and not as my mind's created them to be, as being my mom or my dad or my brother or my sister. Yes, this is the unit that I grew up in. This is the unit that, was a part of the conditioning of my mind, right? But I must see them through the eyes of forgiveness and only forgiveness. And I've realized this weekend that that is exactly how I'm seeing them. When I look at my parents and my brother and my sister, all that I want for them is perfect happiness. They deserve to be retired, enjoy their life together, travel, have a nice place, and help others, and realize that they find their joy in giving, and that they have a part to play in this world. My dad believes himself to be, the wise guy. My dad knows everything there is to know about this world. My dad is quite thorough on this world. And it's funny because I'm not at all, so that's where our contradiction comes forward, right? Because he sees that I see this world as meaningless, right? He sees that I see this world as a thought in my mind, and that my reality is with God. I share this wholly with my parents to the best of my ability when the communication arises, but it's had to come up a lot because I've had to kind of choose for myself, and I've chosen perception for myself, and they can like it or not, they can go crazy over it or not, but I'm here simply just sharing my perception with them. I'm not judging them, I'm not telling them they're wrong, I'm not telling them they need to change, I'm not telling them they need to do something. That's what they hear, right? They also see that I'm not partaking in this world by having a job, to support myself and to save up to get all these things that they think that I should want. And for me, it's like, it's not that I don't want it. I know that I already have it. And the time that I'm supposed to have it and experience it, it will come to form. And that's happening now. It's in the process. I'm just practicing patience and trust. And because I'm being able to demonstrate the laws of God, pretty much, give as you would receive, and I'm giving all to all, and there's not a single thought in my mind of getting, then I'm able to have these miraculous experiences with myself and with people and share the truth of who we really are, because I'm choosing the thoughts of God. And the thoughts of God are of giving, only giving. And because we choose to only give, we receive limitlessly. We receive everything. I've already received so much more than I could have ever thought imaginable, and there's so much more to come. And in the process of coming, it blows my mind every time I actually see it in its wholeness. And this is exactly the gift that I can share with everybody now. The gift of sight, the gift of true perception, the gift of love, and love is God. And when we turn inward and we connect with that love, this love shines through our mind and eliminates all darkness and shows it through right perception. All we have to do is let it. We are not our stories. We are not our characters. Like I was saying, my dad sees himself as the wise guy, the one who knows everything, right? Because he knows everything of this world. He knows everything there is to know about history and math, and he's a certified financial planner, so the money market and everything that's going on, financially. And for me, my whole life growing up, it's like I turned a blind eye to this. It's like I blocked out this world, no jokes. And I realize why I did that, because this is not the real world. The real world is with God, is in heaven, is in eternity, and that is the state of love and peace, which is what we are, because it's not separate from us, it is us. And so, again, I'm demonstrating that. And for my parents who are believing themselves to be in this world, like most people in this world, it's quite a shocker. And so we've had to go through a couple rivets and bumps and stuff, but we're at the point where it went a few months where I didn't see my parents. I talked to them occasionally here and there, but I didn't really see them. And I told them, I'm like, we'll see each other in perfect time. I'm not going to come just because you want me to come. I'm going to come because I'm supposed to be there. And so this weekend we connected, and I pretty much was with them the whole weekend. They stayed here at my dad's place. Normally they're up at my mom's. And so I got to have great talks with both of them. And it's so helpful because I'm seeing beyond the illusion now. I'm seeing beyond their story now because I've seen beyond my own, right? And I've chosen our shared reality, which is heaven, which is truth, and it's proper perception, and this is what we're learning. And so I was basically able to share this quite thoroughly with my mom, and she was able to be present with me and see it and just kind of swallow it kind of deal. And then we moved on to just having fun and enjoying the morning and the afternoon and the sun and the games and the breakfast and the everything. It was beautiful, and the same thing was happening with my dad, and his was more in the realm of relationships, like with my brother and my mom, I guess, right, as well. And so, my mom, it's more concepts of mind and how to see this world. She's open for that. Whereas my dad, he's more on the level of, relationships and still, form in this world. So it's interesting because the message comes across differently to each of them. And I've almost learned how to have a relationship with each of them. And now I'm learning to have a relationship with the whole of them. Them as a package. And I am. And so I got to experience them as a package today for Father's Day when I went over to my mom's. I made really awesome, wicked, kick-ass cupcakes and a really cool spinach salad with goat cheese and blueberries and raspberry dressing. And my mom made chicken kebabs with a whole bunch of amazing vegetables and stuff on it. And we had a really good time. Spent a lot of it outdoors, but a lot of it is we talk about just this world, and that's totally beautiful and it's totally fine. I'm not to change that, but I'm also open to true communication, which is of awakening and healing your mind, and what I share here for the most part, because they are a soul. And so I speak to them as a soul. I don't speak to them as a body. I don't speak to them as a mom or dad. I find a lot of the time I'm quiet and I must listen. I add in things. I make jokes, like, kind of put funny spins on things and like just have a really good time and just love them immensely. Like, I don't have any grievances left. Well, if I do, I'm open to that and I will look at it and I will see it. But like, when I look at them now, I see them as pure and innocent and loving and lovable and having a part in this world and able to live their happiest and most enjoyable life and be able to take care of themselves and help others. And I want that for them. And I want that for everybody. And that's the thing. That's the forgiven world. That's the forgiven perception, when you only want the highest good for everybody, not just yourself. So that's why what I'm doing right now to my parents looks like I'm denying my responsibilities in the real world. Because my parents think this world of form is the real world, and I should be taking care of myself and making money and doing all these things. Whereas for me, it's like I am taking care of myself because I'm letting God take care of me, and I trust that. And second of all, when I don't think that I need to go out and get a job, but I trust that I will do my part here. If that involves getting a job, I will, but I'm here to demonstrate that giving is receiving, and in doing so, I'm receiving abundantly. So how could I say no to that? How can I say, no thanks, I'm getting everything I need more, but, I'm going to go get a job now. Why would I do such a thing? That makes no sense. And so that's why I'm here, to continually have experiences in my mind so that I can heal my perception and share my perception as the gift I'm giving to the world, to demonstrate that giving is receiving, and that is the only law that we must follow, and that, truly relationships are transforming by not joining in with illusions, but only with truth, and knowing that there's this distinction between the two. And we don't want both. We only want one. And see, I find when I communicate, I get so excited, and then I talk really fast. And that's totally fine. I'm just so grateful that this is truly, truly happening. And I'm so grateful that I can trust my internal teacher and share that this internal teacher is within all of us. And all we need do is listen inwards and follow only love. It's so simple. Trust that God has a plan for us, and that we don't know what that is until we open to receive it, and then we do. But then we still don't know. We're just still taking it every moment at a time, but we see it as a whole and we trust it. But the little how steps, like the hows of everything, it comes when it comes. It happens of itself. And that's what we get to experience when we let go and let God. And what our ego doesn't want us to do is join. Our ego doesn't want us to join with each other. Our ego wants to separate. And so that's why I've been finding in a lot of my relationships that we kind of drift apart for a while, because they, for the most part, end up becoming fearful because they're having to question their beliefs about themselves and about their world. Right? But these times of separating and form are space that is needed for the mind to reconsider and learn more and experience more and become open more and everything more, right? And so that's why I trust these times that I don't see my family or talk to them for a while, that it's exactly how it's supposed to be. And I feel the same way with every other relationship that I have in my life, including my lifelong soul sister best friends, and people that I randomly meet, and people that I'm with for Center for the One, and just like trust the relationships everywhere, and trust God in everyone. That if they're believing their ego for a little while and having to run away and say that I'm the devil and block me and take themselves off the team and all of this stuff, because they're unwilling to question their thoughts as of yet, then I'm okay with that. I'm okay with taking those projections, because I love them, and I love myself, and I love God, and I know it is real for us, and I'm not going to deny it of myself, and I'm not going to deny it of them. And so it is. I'm really glad I came on here to communicate. I always... Oh my God. Whew! Just as I was saying I love it, I thought my computer almost went to screensaver, and that would have turned off the whole 20 minutes of this video, and that would have been a big no-no. But it would have happened, and it would have been okay, because that's exactly what's supposed to happen. But this is a helpful video for myself and for others, I'm sure. And so I want to get it out. This world is just a dream, and we're waking up from it. Let yourself be wakened, because you already are. Just let the veil be lifted, and then it's up, right? No more turning back, and that's a beautiful thing, because there's only amazingness forward. It's only for your highest good, and for everybody involved in your life. Begin to question everything. Everything that you're doing, everything that you're thinking, everything that you think that you want to be doing, or that you think that you want, or that you're afraid will happen. Whatever. All of it. And then just be yourself. Be yourself. I'm just me. I'm not trying to be some guru. I'm not trying to be someone with the answers. I'm not trying to be some enlightened something or other. I know that I am. So I know that I can share this with others because they are equal to me, and then I'm not different than them, but we're the same, and that when we all choose to turn within and have these experiences, we will have them, and this is how we all awaken in the world and literally co-create together and bring heaven to earth, because that is what we are. Seek first thy kingdom within the self. Thank you, Jeebus. Our brother, equal, friend. And on another note with my family, what's really funny is my dad got a new Audi, and with it came this, he got a whole bunch of freebies, right? And one of them was to get, like, I don't know how much it's for, but family photos. And so basically we're all going to be going into nature, because that's where Iwan wants to go and where I would love to go, and get our family photos done. So we haven't had family photos done since I was probably 9. And my parents split up when I was 12, and I'm 26 on June 24th. And so, I've really grown up with my family and haven't fully entirely left my family, even though for the last 6 months or so I've been at Tom's and I lived on my own for a year. I've still been in really, really close relationships with them, and I continue to, and I'm being able to watch the evolution of these relationships, and as I evolve, they evolve, and as I awaken, they awaken, and as I heal, they heal, and as I give, I receive, and they receive, and they learn to give. How could I want any other relationship? And I get to choose that. It's either a special relationship or a holy relationship, period. And for me, I've chosen to have a holy relationship in all of them because it's whole, as well as being holy, and one. So I only want one relationship with one purpose, to share one mind, one truth, one God, one love, one. Center for the one. Co-creation. New education. This world is really changing. We literally have the means to, it's the bridge to this new earth, right? We're redefining education for the world through Center for the One, incorporating mind, body, and spirit for all ages, We are having the Universal Mediation Program, which is helping people resolve conflicts between themselves, between couples, between groups, between countries, between nations. Universal, truly. And it's going to be an app that you can have in the palm of your hand. We have a school peace program that's going into schools to help the bully and victim awareness and prevention, and it literally is an opportunity for the entire school, including teachers and parents if they so wish, to come together and make an agreement as to what they're going to do in regards to this bully and victim experiences. And they will be given the way to peace, but they will find it within themselves. We will simply give them tools how, and I'm so excited about that. That's where my passion has always been. And it's truly exciting, and this is just the beginning, and there's so much more to add to this. These are just the puzzle pieces that are fitting themselves together for this new earth, and we all have a part to play, and it's God's plan, and it comes through us, and we are told it as we open to receive for it, and we are all in this together. I'm so grateful for that. I couldn't do this without you guys. I couldn't do this without you guys. I couldn't do this without you guys. Every single person that I've had an encounter with, I love you. I thank you. You have shown me a reflection of me. And together we literally come together and change this world by the willingness to change ourselves. As we change our own perception, we receive the gifts of forgiveness and salvation, and we receive our part in God's plan. In like an instant, it's just like, oh my God, yeah, duh, right? It's like literally, it's like the lights come on, the veil lifts, you take off the jacket, the flick of a bulb, whatever. Literally, enlightenment is but a recognition. It is not a change at all. So on that note, I'm so still, I'm so peaceful, and I'm just being shown all the different ways in which I am being given the possibilities to give. And it's beautiful. This is the law of creation. It's the only law that's real. All the other laws man-made. Why are we going to follow a dream's laws when we can follow the laws of God? That's all I'm saying. I love you all. Thank you for being present with me today. Thank you. God bless all of you. We're doing this. We're really awakening. This is really happening so awesomely.